Thursday Thunder. The 10th day of November, 2022.
So what were you just about to tell me?
Okay. Well, this is something I've had brewing for a while. Now, when we walked in here, this is what started this conversation. There was this shaker. And if Ari, and you can zoom in, you can see there's a little bit of liquid still in there. So what you usually do is go, oh, how long has that been there for?
You sniff it.
And you sniff it. Now, this is just aminos, but I don't know if you've smelled aminos when they've gone bad. I bet you have.
Yes.
It's rancid. So this, I think, it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like fruit because it's only been there for like a day. But it's starting to get there.
That would have been from last week.
Yeah. Now, have you ever left the protein in your car?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how long has that been there for? And the first thing you do is, you shouldn't, but you open it and sniff it. During our last peak heat wave, I placed 3 shakers in my boot of my car, one of which contained whey protein, one of which contained plant-based protein, and one of which that contained amino acids. They're still in my boot to this day.
Oh, you haven't pulled them out?
No. These have been in my car for nearly a year.
So what are you doing, like an experiment with McDonald's cheeseburgers?
I am going to be doing a video on practically what smells the worst. A whey-based protein, a plant-based protein, or an amino acid. But these have been sitting in a car for a year willingly.
Okay.
They've gone so bad that the lids have started to crack. They are solid as rocks. But no, that's something I want to do summer.
That will be interesting.
It'll be very interesting.
All right. On that note, Magic Mass.
It arrived.
Is back.
On a Tuesday.
Finally. So
now,
what Mike has done is he's hooked us up with a free tub. So I grabbed a whey time here.
Good choice.
So let's do a actual taste test.
Yes.
Now quickly, just Magic Mass is a 2-to-1 ratio of carbohydrates to protein. While it's considered a mass gainer or marketed as a mass gainer, I still love using this as a post-workout protein.
Yeah, well, you've got the 2-to-1 ratio of protein to carbs, the perfect ratio. Plus, it's got 3 grams of creatine per
5
serving.
grams now.
5 grams of creatine per serve.
Well, that's what I read on their website.
So you don't need to supplement with creatine if you're not doing that already, and some added digestive enzymes to help with the breakdown of those extra sugars in there.
And the carbohydrate is a blend of maltodextrins, dextrose, tapioca starch, and rice starch. It's also got some MCT or medium chain triglycerides just to bump up the calories a little bit. But I was always impressed with this protein because one, it mixes really well and it tastes great. And it's one of the only carbohydrate protein powders that sits really well with me. And I find it really good after training. So what we've got here is the whey time flavour. Yep. Which would be based on the
Golden Gate time.
Golden Gate. It's even got that little type of picture on there.
It was my personal favourite of the Magic Wheys. So I'm only guessing the Magic Mass is going to be tasting even better.
All right. So, there's a glass for you. So I have got here a serving size, which is 3 scoops, which is how many grams?
112 grams.
112 grams, and that's going to give you 34 grams of protein and 61 grams of carbohydrates. So, and they say to mix it with 300 mils. So I've got here 300 mils of cold water. Yep.
So, I'm not a betting man, but something tells me that's not going to mix.
I have generally used this much water.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm not a betting man.
And I've used 2 heap scoops.
Oh, that smell.
Which pretty much then equates to 3. Now...
It smells like honeycomb in here now.
It's very much so. All right, so let's have a look at how that goes.
Perfect mixability. There we go.
So we have a nice separation of powder and liquid.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want in your protein powder. You want nothing to mix, ever. But slight agitation.
Well, look at that.
Wow, what a world we live in. I'm actually fairly impressed. All right.
Your take first.
Yes, it's Golden Gate time to a T.
Yeah.
It's actually legit, like 100% like a Golden Gate time. The consistency, however, scares me a little bit. That's just because I like mine a little bit more watery rather than less viscous, but there's no
but
chunks.
for a mass gainer, this is more like a protein powder to me.
No,
and
but-
I do like that creamy consistency of these products. This particular product. It's really creamy. That's the best way to describe it. It's creamy, but that is delicious.
It is actually very, very delicious. Now, the thing that makes it a bit more creamier, a bit more fuller in volume is obviously those MCT oils.
Yeah.
But tapioca starch alone actually absorbs more water. So that's what gives it a bit more of like a puffed up
That
effect.
is incredibly
It is.
delicious.
It is very, very nice.
And 300 ml, no lumps, nothing, mixed beautifully.
Yep. And yeah, one whole serve will give you that 450
And considering
calorie.
I threw that
Yeah.
water on top of the powder,
Exactly. No, you did
which
that.
really is a no-no. Yeah. So generally, I would suggest you mix it up by putting your water into your shaker first,
Yep.
and then put in your scoop. But that had no issues.
No.
There's actually nothing left on the bottom. So that is in stock now. It's $119.95. How many serves do we have in that?
20
container?
serves.
20 serves, which is a typical
It's a mass game.
mass gainer. $119.95. Comes in 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and whey time.
But of course, being it is, you can still use one scoop. You don't need to go for, your body doesn't need a certain amount of protein per
No.
every whatever. You can, if you still went one scoop, you're still looking around 70 scoops.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a nice,
I'd say if you're going to use it as a general mass gainer to give yourself extra calories, 2 scoops.
yeah.
A couple of times a day. As a post-workout, I would have the 3 scoops.
The full
to
dose.
give you the 34 grams of 35 grams
35 grams. Of course.
protein and good 60 grams of carbs, which is a nice 2-to-1 ratio.
Great blend.
And really good for recovery. But it is great as an after, because it does not sit in your stomach like a block. It digests really easy, and obviously those digestive enzymes, everything helps.
Yes, of course.
So well done to Mike and Magic. I think that is one of the best weight gainers around.
Definitely in terms of taste.
Yep. Yeah, and not only that, not only taste, but just the good combination of protein over carbs and the ingredients. It's not just full of maltodextrin on its own. It's a good blend of carbohydrates.
That it is.
Yep.
That it is.
Available now. Okay. Also, we're stocked up on creamy rice, so we got we got a shipment of creamy rice in. All flavors, all sizes are back in stock. Coming soon. Premabolics Metabolize, a new one.
Yes, I've seen this one as well. I've
Yeah.
had a good look at the ingredient panel, and what Will has done, he's gone purely holistic. What I found anyway, he hasn't really added any crazy stimulants to this one. This is metabolized. It's based towards improving the natural body, the natural process of metabolism. It's a lot to target your thyroid, like to target your cortisol receptors. Everything's in there to help you be more. What's the word I'm looking for? Everything works a bit more fluently.
Yep.
Best way to put it.
Yep. Excellent. So that'll be in. That could be in actually tomorrow, Friday. If not, holy crap. Crazy sales going online at the moment.
Thank you.
If not, on Monday. So I'll get you and Ari can do a full review on it next week.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got all 3 flavours coming in. That's about it for Shop Talk. There's nothing else happening in Shop Talk. What's happening at the gym here? We're working on a few things here at the gym. We're going to be changing the look of the gym on the outside.
Yes, we are.
So what happened is we're going to be taking off the window graphics and just redoing that. We thought after 10 years it's time for something new.
Yeah.
Yep. So apart from that, nothing else new happening.
Not necessarily. No.
That's about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did notice in your last video that someone asked and you started talking about like tips for beginners.
Yes.
Was that the first one you did last week?
That was the first one,
And and you came up with
track your workouts.
track your workouts. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Tips for beginners.
All right. If you're branching out to supplement usage, don't take 10 things at once.
Well, that's true. I must admit, I get customers at the shop who've come in and they say, I've just started training. I've been told to get this, that, and they've got a big list of stuff to do.
Yep.
Now, while as a retailer and a business owner, my brain would go cha-ching.
Yes, it would.
You know, just sell him what he wants. I really do tell all these people that when you're starting out, you really only need bare minimal in supplements. And all I really suggest is a protein powder as your number one choice, or a protein and carb source, depending on what the guy looks like and his metabolism. And that's really all I suggest.
I'm in the state.
Aminos, maybe. But I think when someone starts training first, they're hyper responsive.
Oh, very much so. Yes.
You know, and really just need to look at your nutrition, increase your protein, and get yourself a protein shake. I don't know what you think.
Well, at the moment, I wouldn't really consider protein a supplement at the moment, because nine times out of 10, people have 3 shakes a day plus maybe 2 meals.
Yeah.
It's starting to become that it's no longer a supplement to me. It's just part of someone's daily diet.
It's my protein is when people ask me what subs they're using, I don't put protein into it either, because that's part of my food.
Yeah.
But I think when some newbie comes in and they're looking at supplements in a different way, they're not looking at this as a food, which is what we try to educate them on. I think that still is your number one supplement that you need to get.
Yeah, and I've been at the shop, once a week for the last couple of months now, and I've noticed one thing in mind. When people walk in, they'll say, I need to get a pre-workout.
Yep.
If they're just starting out, I need to get a pre-workout. I possibly cannot train. I need a pre-workout. When someone who's barely gone to maybe it's their first week in the gym, if you're looking at taking viable supplements and you're first starting out, protein should be one of them, 100%, but I also do believe creatine should be in there as top. That is like my necessity to give to everyone these days.
Yeah, I tend to disagree with that.
No?
Yep, I think you should train for 3 months without creatine, because you're going to get stronger. Like we said, you're going to be hyper-responsive. So the main pathways of creatine is through your Krebs cycle to give you power and strength. Now, you're going to get that. Develop your strength to some sort of natural peak or regime, then throw creatine in. I've always told people, wait 3 to 4 months, and because you're going to go into the gym and you're going to get stronger every workout. One is because you're learning the mechanics of the movement.
Yes,
you're developing the stability to hold the weight, which is going to give you the ability to drive more weight. You're going to get stronger. When that stops, then throw in creatine.
Okay.
Make sense?
It does, but I'm on the state of mind where if you want to start off the most effectively, take creatine, because once your stores are topped up, it stays that way for months.
That's right. Oh yeah, I agree. Both have got merit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just rather give someone like even it's just the 3 grams a day, just something minor. Could be as easy as just for brain health.
Yep.
Because creatine helps with neuroplasticity in the brain now, which is awesome. But back to the original saying, don't take 12 things at once, because you don't know what's working.
No, exactly right.
And if you're under the age of 20, don't look for a test booster.
No.
Yeah. You don't need it. You're still young. Even though a lot of kids aren't on test boosters these days to a certain extent.
Test boosters.
Booster. Facts.
Yeah. All right. So we've got track your workouts. Don't go crazy on supplements. Which is... It's a bit ironic considering we sell supplements for a living.
It is very ironic,
But you're right. I think you need to find what works for you, and you introduce supplements one at a time.
Yep. I've had people come in and I say, listen, I can sell you 4 products right now.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you come back.
Well, that's right.
I'd rather you come back and say, hey, you actually gave me some great advice. I thought I'd come back and go for build some sort of relationship.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
It's about providing that right information for everyone to reach their goals.
Okay. I actually have a question for you, Kimo.
Oh, really?
Yes. Just say you had 10 grams to work with, okay? 10 grams to work with, and you wanted to make your own pre-workout. What would you put in it? And it could be anything. 10 grams, because that's like the average of, utilized ingredient in most pre-workouts, but then they
Yep.
got like 2 grams for sweetener, 2 grams of flavor. So 10 grams, base ingredients. What would you put in your pre-workout?
I would put in at least 3 to 4 grams of beta-alanine.
Okay, yep.
I would put in, let's work on 3 grams.
3 grams, okay.
Yeah, which is, I find 3 grams with me works nicely. I get
Cool.
those nice tingles. I would put in 5 grams of citrulline.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we're up to 8.
You've got 2 grams to work with.
Yeah,
Now-
but now you're looking at your little supplements. So
Okay.
you put in about 250 to 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay,
No
let's-
more than 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yep. So we're at 8, let's go at 8.3. We're at 300 milligrams, I reckon.
Yep.
8.3 grams.
Yep. I think the next things I would put in there would be a lot of nootropics, which I couldn't tell you off the bat of my hand how many grams or milligrams of each.
Yep.
You know?
Okay, so you'd have like let's say 500 milligrams of
Yeah,
alpha
a
GPC.
good mushroom blend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say the mushrooms you can't use anymore. The TGA's taken off lion's mane, so we can't put that in your pre-workout.
Wow. Yeah. Well, nootropics as in tyrosine.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'd even throw in maybe some acetyl L-carnitine.
okay, so you've gone like maybe 750 acetyl-L-carnitine, 500 alpha
Yeah.
GPC, and
We're
then you've got
approaching 9 grams.
You've got about and you've still got a gram to work with.
Yeah.
What else would you put in there?
Oh,
1 gram. It could be
1
anything.
gram. Yeah. Look, I think those are the. You see a lot of companies put betaine and all this stuff in
Yep.
there. I'm not really sure if.
Yeah, betaine
Yeah.
is one of those things. It's definitely very evidence based, just like beta-alanine.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't get that feedback from betaine anhydrous.
Yeah.
You don't get the tingles, which you yourself gauge on if
Yeah.
the pre-workout's working or not.
That's right.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Even though betaine is involved also in that power cycle of
Yeah,
the muscle
Pico
cells.
2 and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff now.
That's right.
Okay, so you've got a fairly high stim pre-workout with beta-alanine, citrulline, carnitine, alpha G, and then some nootropics.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I would do as well. But I would go I like pre-workouts that give you that vasodilation effect, that
Yep.
pump feeling. If I had 10 grams to work with, more than 50% of that's going straight into citrulline.
That's
It'd be
right.
6 grams of citrulline right off the bat. I'd probably go with maybe 200 milligrams of caffeine, maybe 1.3 grams of alpha GPC, because I like that. That's my nootropic,
Yep.
and I found that 1.5 grams is a very, very good dose. When I was making that certain product, that had 1.5 grams of alpha GPC in it,
Yep.
and that was one of those things you felt it over the course of the day. Maybe go with maybe 2 grams of just straight out glycerol. Again, I like that.
Yep.
I like that feeling. And maybe like 300 milligrams of English walnut, just to keep that effect going for a longer period of time. I ask this because these are very easy to make. I can make them, and,
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Okay.
So what I want to do is, if people have written that stuff down, I will make whatever one who votes on who wants more.
Okay.
So your one, okay, let's say I will get, Ari can write them all down again. If you want Kim's pre-workout, let us know in the comments. If you want to try my pre-workout, let us know in the comments. I will go out and make one of these.
What I would focus on would be only, like I said, about 5 or 6 ingredients, and then put good clinical.
Yeah,
dosages
yeah.
and everything.
Once you've done that, it's like 6 grams of this, 5 grams of this, what 30 grams of pre.
Yeah, that's right.
Although it would be probably the best pre-workout on the market, it would cost a mint to make.
Yeah.
Very much so. But no, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see what I can do with that. So I've got all these ingredients at home still.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we could even get people to send us in what they would put into our pre-workout.
That'll work.
That would be good too, and just see what people come up with.
Yeah. Leave in the comments what a pre-workout you would make. You have 10 grams to work with, however.
Yeah.
That's the only rule.
So a 10 gram serve.
Yep. Ari will be 9.5 grams of caffeine. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
I'm right.
All right. On that note, we'll call it a day.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As per normal, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym and Australian Muscle Online.
Yeah, with free Australia-wide delivery.
Over $20.
$20. That's it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.